If you're over 60 and spending hours organizing things you never use, you're not decluttering. You're delaying it. And the longer you delay, the heavier your home feels, not just physically, mentally, emotionally. I've worked with thousands of seniors. Different homes, different stories, same frustration. They say, "I've been decluttering for months," but nothing ever leaves. Nothing really changes. That's because most seniors aren't stuck due to laziness or lack of motivation. They're stuck because they're spending time on useless tasks that feel productive, but actually make clutter worse. Today, I'm going to walk you through the 7 biggest time wasters that keep seniors trapped in clutter. The third one actually creates more clutter, not less. And the final one will permanently change how you think about letting go. But first, answer this honestly. Have you ever spent an entire weekend decluttering, only to feel like your home looked exactly the same on Monday? If that's you, you're in the right place. Welcome back to Senior Decluttering Diaries, where we help you create a lighter, calmer life after 60. If this topic hits close to home, subscribe to Senior Decluttering Diaries right now. We publish practical, judgment-free guidance for seniors who want peace, not perfection. Useless task number 1, organizing before deciding what to keep. This is the most common mistake I see. Seniors spend hours folding clothes they haven't worn in years, stacking books by size or color, carefully organizing drawers full of items they don't even want. It looks productive. It feels productive. It's not. I once worked with a woman named Maria. She spent 3 months decluttering her craft room. When I arrived, everything was beautifully organized. Fabrics sorted by color, buttons arranged by size, ribbons wrapped neatly. But here's the truth. She hadn't crafted in 5 years. She had no plans to start again. She wasn't decluttering. She was organizing her indecision. Organizing before deciding keeps you busy without making progress. It's motion without movement. If you haven't used something in 2 years, organizing it doesn't make it useful. It just makes it prettier clutter. Here's the rule professionals live by. Decide first, organize later. Before you fold, stack, label, or sort, ask, do I love this? Do I use this? Does this fit my life now? Only items that earn a clear yes deserve your time and energy. This one rule alone can cut your decluttering time by more than half. Comment down below if you've ever caught yourself organizing items you weren't sure you even wanted. Your stories help others feel less alone. Useless task number 2, searching for the perfect donation home. This one feels noble. It's also destructive. Many seniors spend more time researching where to donate items than they spent buying them. I worked with James, a retired teacher. His garage was full of boxes labeled Research Donation Options. Textbooks he wanted to give to the right school, kitchen gadgets he hoped would go to someone who truly appreciated them, broken electronics he believed someone might fix. Nothing left the house. This isn't generosity, it's avoidance dressed as kindness. Donation perfectionism is really about guilt. We want to feel better about letting go, so we turn it into a project. But here's the reality. Donation centers already know how to handle items. They sort, they distribute, they redirect. Your job is not to coordinate outcomes. Your job is to release. Choose one general charity, one specialty donation center, one local organization. That's it. If an item is truly valuable, worth serious money, then yes, take extra steps. Everything else goes quickly. The goal is not perfect placement. The goal is peaceful home. Comment down below if donation guilt has slowed you down. Saying it out loud breaks its power. Useless task number 3, just-in-case storage systems. This one makes homes more cluttered. I once walked into a basement that looked like a warehouse. Everything labeled, everything categorized. But when we counted, over 80% of those items hadn't been touched in 3 years. Just in case is not planning. It's fear pretending to be responsibility. Many seniors grew up during scarcity. Saving made sense then. But today, just-in-case items don't protect you. They weigh you down. They steal space, mental clarity, physical safety. Every stored maybe item is a decision you postponed. Your brain never forgets that. Here's the professional guideline. If you haven't needed it in 2 years, you won't need it in the next 2. Exceptions exist, but they're rare. Ask a better question. How is keeping this improving my life today? If the answer is, it might someday, that's not enough. Comment down below which just-in-case category you're ready to challenge first. Useless task number 4, decluttering the same space over and over. This is decluttering Groundhog's Day. Closets, drawers, garages. You pull everything out, look at it, put most of it back. Months later, you repeat the process. This doesn't build clarity, it builds attachment. The more often you handle an item without deciding, the harder it becomes to let go. Indecision is still a decision. It's a vote for clutter. Here's the rule. Each item gets one decision. Keep it or release it. No maybe pile. If you truly can't decide, place it in a dated decision box. If you don't retrieve it in 6 months, it goes without reopening. This is how progress actually happens. Comment down below which space in your home keeps calling you back again and again. Useless task number 5, keeping items only because they were expensive. This one hurts. A dining set no one uses, exercise equipment gathering dust, china still boxed decades later. The money is already gone. Keeping the item doesn't recover it. It only adds a new cost. Daily frustration, lost space, constant guilt. The most expensive item in your home is the one that costs you peace every single day. Cost per use matters more than purchase price. Sometimes the best way to honor an expensive item is to let someone else use it. Your home is not a museum of past spending. Comment down below if this one was hard to hear. That honesty matters. Useless task number 6, too many sorting categories. More piles do not equal more progress. I've seen seniors create 15 to 20 categories for one room. That's not decluttering, that's logistics. Too many categories drain mental energy before real decisions even begin. You only need 5. Keep, donate, trash, sell, only if committed within 30 days, and relocate. Anything more slows you down. Sorting should support decisions, not replace them. Comment down below if you tend to oversort. Awareness is the first shift. Useless task number 7, guilt over past purchases. This is the heaviest clutter of all. Unused items become evidence against ourselves. I wasted money. I didn't follow through. I was foolish. You were not the same person who made those purchases. They represented hope, energy, intentions. Those items served their purpose, even if briefly. The question now is not why you bought them. It's what does keeping this cost me today? When you release the item, release the guilt with it. You deserve a home that supports who you are now. Comment down below what item you're ready to forgive yourself for. What life looks like after you stop these 7 tasks. You stop managing clutter and start living. Your home feels lighter. Your mind feels quieter. Your time comes back to you. If this video helped you, subscribe to Senior Decluttering Diaries. We're building a community of seniors choosing peace over pressure. And before you go, pick one useless task you'll stop doing this week. Just one. Then comment down below and tell us which one you chose. Your comment motivates us to keep bringing valuable content for you. And if you know someone over 60 struggling with clutter, share this with them. You might change more than their home.